Hello and welcome back to one new video. In this particular video, I want to make this video for the young people, for people who are in their 20s, and some of the mistakes that you might do in this age, especially in the early 20s or maybe in the range of 18 to 25, something like this. This is a very crucial period of your time, and this is for all those young people. And some of the mistakes I have repeated over and over again because of lack of guidance, because of lack of good mentors, because lack of maybe even a certain loneliness or a certain isolation in which I couldn't feel connected to the mentors that were present, or to the family members, the elders of our families or our communities. So I want to point out to a few mistakes that a young person might make during their during this crucial period of their development. Now, obviously, I did not make any notes, and I'm going to simply go through some of the things which are quite personal, and and usually I don't really talk about personal things, but I feel like I have to in this video, and I will do it because you see, we are all connected to each other. There is a law that is governing our psychologies. There is a certain experience that you can have if you do certain actions, and you can relate it with the others who have done such actions and have experienced such things. And so we are all connected with this law, this psychological law, and sharing these tips or these nuggets of wisdom is very helpful for those who are young and who are ready to listen to the wisdom, or to listen to the mistakes that people have done and try to learn from them. Now, of course, there is a prerequisite to this. You might be a young person watching self-motivation videos over and over again and have listened to a lot of these things, but you don't see it in action, even though you have watched tons of videos, you have watched tons of read tons of books on self-improvement, on self-motivation, and on development in general. You might have gone through all of that, but you don't see it reflecting in your life. The main prerequisite is the ripening of wisdom, the ripening of something called something which I call a moment in your life where you understand for certainty that you can learn from the elders, that you can learn from those who are experienced. Now, when you are young, you are probably also rebellious in a certain manner. You are also probably uh, saying to yourself or saying to your friends or to your community that you don't have to learn from elders. You kind of look down upon them, but eventually you will come to realize that you can actually learn a lot from the elders. You might be surrounded with elders who are not as good as you want them to be, but you can learn through books, through those who are ideal, your idols. You can learn from them, you can learn it from a lot of things, and you can pick up knowledge slowly, and then have this perspective in mind that doing a certain action will certainly give you certain rewards. Now, this prerequisite for knowledge is obviously required, and you must be willing to to put things into action, to put things and your knowledge into practical life. Now, the first thing that I want to say here is the power of habits, and I highly recommend the book called Atomic Habits, which is clearly one of the most important things that one must understand about habits. In this period of your brain development, it is crucial that you have habits that are very good in nature so that it can promote certain activities and growth in your brain, and not have those habits that are going to stagnate your brain, make it unhealthy for some reason, or even destroy it in the long term. You must try to avoid all of those habits. And I'm sure that some of you who are watching this video have some of those habits, and you know it better than I do, and we all do at some point try to satisfy our curiosity by indulging in certain things, especially which are these things are very addictive in nature. You might be addicted to small things like eating sugar, eating chocolate, to bigger things like alcohol abuse or even drugs or marijuana or whatever. You see, these things, these substances are going to stop your brain development, especially in this crucial age of your life. It is important that you invest into your brain health, invest into your growth. And I don't mean that you must go and do something financially supportive. You do not have to earn money necessarily, and that is certainly not the best way to judge your brain development. Your brain development is related to your health, and your brain development is related to the variety of knowledge that you have. Your brain development is related to the your ability to do creative things, your ability to be happy, your ability to communicate, your ability to to be socially intelligent, to be emotionally intelligent. All of these are very necessary for your brain development, and this period is very crucial for you to develop these habits, these good habits. Now, I'm not going to really go deeper into what kind of habits you should drop and what kind of habits you should pick up. You certainly know better for yourself, and I'm not going to give you this thing or give you this technique particularly. It is your journey, and you must be able to discover for yourself what is best for you and what is not good for you. So, this is the major thing that I want to talk about health, and the next aspect that I want to really tell a young person is to invest in knowledge and learning, to learn as much as you can about whatever it is that is around you. If you find that you don't have really any opportunity to learn at college or school, pick up a book that interests you. Learn something online. You have plenty of resources online where you can indulge yourself and be curious about everything and anything. If you are really addicted to gaming, if you are really addicted to such things, then be sure that that is also somehow contributing to certain aspects of your mind that are focus, that is puzzle solving or something like that, is better than Netflix or binging on Netflix. Of course, Netflix is also not bad. You can also learn a lot from watching movies if you want to ever be a screenwriter. The next thing that I want to talk about is creativity, which is creating things out of this knowledge that you have learned, creating things through your hands, through coding, through building things, through making music, through painting, through sculpting, through there are a lot of things that you can try to indulge yourself and create things in the world. Creating things has a benefit differently altogether. It is one of the greatest experience that you can have. These small moments of finishing a painting or recording a small video or recording a small piece of music that you like to play is very, very satisfying and very rewarding. It gives you an internal confidence, even though you might probably not become a great artist or probably not become a great musician. Maybe it's too late for you to become a musician, or maybe you have a talent inside you to be a musician or a great artist, and you simply haven't yet discovered it for yourself. So, discovery and creativity is crucial in this period of your life, and you must be able to create as much as possible every single day. Try to do something creative. And another small tips that I can give here is to invest in a big board where you can write your thoughts, your ideas, and have big ideas. And also, writing and keeping a journal every single day can help you actually create things and not lose them. There might be a lot of thoughts and ideas that you might be having in this period of your life, but you feel as if they are just gone the next moment. You are not able to remember them. It is good to keep a small journal with you all the time, or simply note them down on your phone, on your smartphone, or simply write them down on a small book, and carry them everywhere. So even if you do not execute your ideas into practical activity, you will have you will have the confidence or an idea that is embedded in your journal that you can refer to in somewhere in the future, maybe even 3 years or 4 years later in your life. It gives you confidence, and you must not waste your ideas. You must not simply forget them and let them go. They are going to come back, of course. They are in the unconscious. They have come out of unconscious and they will go back into the unconscious. But as long as you are consciously in the experience of an idea or an epiphany, you must be able to note them down, whatever it is, even if it sounds very silly, like making a YouTube video. So this is another thing that I want to talk about. The another thing, of course, you might have already listened over and over again, is to have as many experiences as you can. And in this day and age, you see that a lot of people are forced into jobs. A lot of people are forced to work, and probably some of you have some responsibilities, huge responsibilities, and who have to do certain things. But you can always switch jobs over and over again. No, don't be afraid to lose a job. Don't be afraid to quit a job and then go do another job. You can do it. You can change environments. You can change and have as many experiences as you can. They contribute you to your creativity. They contribute to your wisdom. They contribute to your knowledge. And eventually, all of these experiences matter in your life. All of this wisdom that you learn from these different experiences, they really do matter. So don't simply stagnate yourself. Read a book that is probably against your ideas. Read a book or read a thing that is very crazy that you might not do, and simply do it. Don't be Don't be too conservative about your ideas. You can challenge yourself. And through these struggles, if you are finding yourself struggling in a certain situation, be able to struggle, be able to do the things that you are struggling for, do the things that are challenging. If you are prone, if you are have been told to go to the mosque every day, then try to go to a church, try to make a friend that is a Christian. You'll have another experience of the church. You will have another experience of a Buddhist monastery. If you are living in a city, try to change your city, go to another city, try to live there, try to make new friends, try to have as many friends as you can, of course. And don't be afraid to leave your friend and go find another friend group. And of course, the last thing that I want to suggest is solitude. This is not the least thing that or of least importance. Now, just earlier I talked about friendship, but I have to talk about solitude because solitude is very important in your life. You are also able, you are also very moldable in this age, and it is important that you are alone in this age, not be in a company that is really bad for you. Try to understand what is good and what is bad. Try to experience what is good, what is bad, and be alone. Be with yourself. Be with your mind. Try to make it as peaceful as it can become, because only in solitude will you be able to understand yourself better, not in other people's company. Because if you look closely, if you look at a group of friends, they're not themselves, they are a mob, they are, they are a group. They talk things that are not what they mean. They they are probably influenced by certain ideas, and they also are prone to do havoc. They also create havoc. They create chaos. Chaos is good, of course, but having a structured chaos is better than having complete chaos in your life. Another thing that I want to suggest, and this is probably going to be a long video, but another thing that is crucial for you to understand too is that you have everything that you need. The path inwards, the journey of discovering yourself, discovering your talents, is to invest in yourself, to look into yourself, to look into your thoughts, to look into where you are going, and discover things about yourself that people do not know, that your parents do not know, that your friends do not know, that your family doesn't know. So look into yourself. So thank you for watching this video, and if you're new here, I highly recommend you subscribe to my channel, and be sure to click on the like button if you really liked this video, and follow me for tips on art, on philosophy, on spirituality. And thank you, and bye bye.